This is line 49, Unforgettable eighth notes. And in this line, we move our two eighth notes to the second beat. So if we count that first measure of 49, we would count that 1, 2, and 3, 4. Our first quarter note comes on beat 1 because every measure always starts with 1. And that quarter note gets a full beat. So whatever comes next has to start on 2. So the first eighth note would be on 2, which gets a half beat. So whatever follows it would have to be on and, which is the second eighth note. It gets a half a beat, so whatever come next would come on beat 3. So the quarter note's on 3, it gets a whole beat, so the next quarter note would have to come on 4. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's clap and count that first measure. Ready? Together. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, now let's clap and count all the way through 49. Try patting your foot as well while you're counting, and make sure your foot is going down, up on the eighth notes. Here we go. 1, 2, begin now. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Now we're ready to play line 49. Okay, we've already clapped and counted through number 49, so now we're ready to play it. So look at your note. Everything is on F. So play 49 with Cam. Here we go. 1, 2, 49 now. Okay, so back that up and go over it until you're comfortable making those eighth notes nice and even. Now we're looking at number 50. Number 50 has the same rhythm that we just worked on in number 49. So we're going to do the first 4 measures. So the first measure, second measure, first, and both measures of the first ending. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready now. Okay, and back that up and go over that a couple of times, fingering and counting and playing along. Now we're going to do the repeat, which means we'll do the first and second measures and then the second ending. Here we go, second time through. 1, 2, and ready now. Rest. Okay, keep going over that until you've got that worked out. Now we're ready to go all the way through number 50. Here we go. 1, 2, all the way now. Repeat. Second ending. Okay, keep backing that up and going over it until you've got it completely worked out. Okay, this is line 51, eighth notes on the edge. In this line, we have our 2 eighth notes on the first beat. So we have eighth, eighth, quarter, 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 with the eighth notes getting a half a beat each. So the first eighth note comes on 1, gets a half a beat. So the second eighth note would be on and, gets a half a beat. Then we have the quarter note on 2, a quarter note on 3, and a quarter note on 4. So we count that first measure, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So clap and count that first measure with me. Ready? Here we go now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So now that we've done that, we can clap all the way through number 51. Here we go. 1, 2, begin now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 So keep going back over that until you're comfortable getting those eighth notes even and that you can say them with your foot padding down, up, down, down, down. Okay, now we're looking at 51, eighth notes on the edge. We've already clapped and counted through this, so now we're ready to play it. Look at the note that it gives you. We're playing on G, and our eighth notes are on the first beat. So let's play that together. 1 and 2, ready, now. Okay, just keep backing that up and working it out on it until you have it nice and clean. Okay, now we're looking at number 52, Now Let Me Fly. The eighth notes here are on beat 1, just like they were in number 51. So this is only 4 measures long, so we're going to just go straight through this. So you can finger and count with it and play along. So here we go. 52. 1, 2, ready, now. Okay, keep backing that up and going over it, fingering and counting as well as playing along. This is number 53, Sight Reading Challenge, Promenade. You should have already drawn the bar lines in every 4 measures to divide this up into 8 equal measures. So that should already be done before you start playing this. So we're going to work on this in 4 measure sections. So we're going to play the first 4 measures together. So here we go, first 4 measures. 1, 2, and ready, now. Okay, so keep backing that up and going over it, finger and count, and play along. Now let's look at the last 4 measures. We'll do it the same way. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready, now. Okay, so back that up and finger and count and play along. Now we're ready to go all the way through number 53. So here we go, all the way through. 1, 2, ready, now. And keep backing that up and going through it until you have that completely worked out. Now we're looking at number 54, Rio con Brio. This is a test item, so you want to spend a little bit extra time on it. We're going to do this in 4 measure sections, so we'll do the first 4 measures and then the second 4 measures. If you look in the second measure, we have a half note that's tied to a quarter note in the third measure, and we play that 3 hole, 4 hole, 1. So you'll hear that as we go through these first 4 measures. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and ready, now. 3 hole, 4 hole, 1. Oh. So see how we held that half note tied across the bar line to the quarter note. Now let's look at the second half, the last 4 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready, now. Rest. So keep backing these recordings up of 54 and work on the individual 4 measure sections. It's always better to work things out in small parts before you put it together. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and ready, now. 3 hole, 4 hole, 1. Oh. Rest. So keep backing these recordings up of 54 and work on the individual 4-measure sections. It's always better to work things out in small parts before you put it together. So fingering and counting and playing along until you're ready to take a test on this line.